Hi guys.
Hi. Hi.
Say hello to everyone.
Hello everybody.
So, what did we do this weekend, guys?
We went to Bullet.
Yeah. And why did we go to Bullet?
Because just to visit Grandma, even though we couldn't come in, we also have a segment about interviewing Grandma, and we also walk around the little lake.
So that's good, Charlie. A couple of the segments that you've already introed a couple of the segments we've got on today.
Spoiler alert, something really funny happens in the Bullet thing.
Does it? Yeah, well let's not talk about that yet. I don't want a spoiler on that too much, Charlie. Let's wait and see.
No, I'm just telling you like mini spoiler.
Mini spoiler. Well, mainly that there's a few laughs to be had with that particular one, don't you reckon? Now, we know that generally speaking with our viewers, I'm just going to check to see who's watching. Can I see how many? Yep, we've got a few viewers, but we know that generally speaking our viewers come on near the end, so we'll have the interview with Grandma a bit later in the show. But first of all, we're going to do some more miming to 60s television shows. Now, do you both want to have a go at this one?
Yeah.
Charlie, we're keeping you up, Charlie. Do you need to have a nap? Is that what you're telling me? Well, you're yawning in the show. Do you see other, like, compares on TV shows, Charlie? A, putting their hands all over their face, rubbing their eyes and falling asleep. Is that a general... Is it?
No.
Right.
Johnny English.
Johnny English? Ah, okay, yeah.
Pills.
Oh, yeah, the pills that really made him go. The red pill, was it, or the green pill? Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna get the theme tune ready here, guys. And what I want you to do, when I put the theme tune on, we're gonna have you guys mime to it as best you can. And then for people out there, it's going to be very easy to guess. But for people who are watching, just stick in your comments down below in Facebook what you think it is, and we'll see if we can't get someone to nominate it. But here we go, guys. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
You ready? Hopefully this will work. We know how sometimes we have technical hitches, and here we go.
Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. The poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up from the ground come a bumble that grew. Oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The young folks said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is a place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly.
Okay, guys. So we'll see if we've got any responses there from from any of our people back there. Well, I think the theme actually probably gave it away. Let me just stop that a sec. And I'm just having a quick look, see on Facebook if we've got anyone who's... Yep, we've got a couple of people who've put in, and do you know what they answered?
What?
You guys should know. What?
It was a story of a bat named Red. So last night, Dad we did a test for this, and then he tried to sing it, but he went, "Here's a little story about a boy named Brett."
So, yes, it was the Beverly Hillbillies, one of Dad's favourites, but the kids don't really know the show that well, other than...
I've never watched the show ever.
Haven't you?
No.
We have watched bits of it. Ned likes it because it's a bit like your name, isn't it, Ned?
No, it's called Brett.
Ned.
No, his name is Jed.
Now, for the viewers at home and for some of the older viewers out there, anyone who watches a show called The Ozarks, which is on Netflix into about series 3, that show is actually set where the Beverly Hillbillies came from originally. That where they got their oil is the Ozarks. And in a couple of episodes, I've heard them mention the Ozarks and the Beverly Hillbillies. So just a little bit of trivia. Yeah, Charlie's falling. That's not so swag, Charlie, you don't think? Talking about that, is that swag?
No, it's boring.
So can you explain to the audience what swag is?
When you're cool and stuff, and you know all the swag stuff, and you know all the phrases, and that stuff. Not O-M-J.
Yeah, you've got to...
Dad pronounced into words.
Okay. Great little Tate there, guys. So now we're going to go to this. Interestingly enough, was actually recorded this morning, and I edited it in the car on the way back from Bort. So do we know which story this one is?
Yep, the funny one.
This is the
Most funny one, and there are like 4 main jokes.
Okay, right.
The main one is like the second last joke.
Okay, good. Don't give it away yet. So this is Lake Bort this morning at around about, what time was it about? 7:30 this morning?
Dad, can you turn up the volume? I want to hear the people.
Okay, so I can hear some clicking. So here we go over to the Bort story. So I've got a few buttons to push here, but here we go.
Welcome to Little Lake Bort. We're going to take you on a tour around the lake. Hi guys, this is the world's smallest island. Legend has it the population is gibbon monkeys. Even though I don't see any, there is a legend that there is gibbon monkeys. These are called ant nests. Ants live in there, and to make them angry, you have to walk over them. But right now they're asleep. So look, see the ants? We're blocking their hole and they can't get out. Bort means smoke from the hill, and smoke is normally up on that hill. Bort is known for the biggest ever dragonfly. This is a real big dragonfly, but that is an actual life-size replica.
And it's a statue of it.
So
That's a statue of the life-size
replica.
dragonfly.
This is a very historical site. This tree was used to make a canoe for the Aboriginals. They used to use the bark on the trees to make canoes, houses, shelters, food and water containers,
And as you can
string, baby carriers and other items.
As you can see, most of the bark came off.
Because the Aboriginal people have carved it off.
So they can make a hut, whatever items, canoes and stuff, whatever items they want from that tree. And that's why they've fenced it all up so they don't do it again.
No, it's because it's sacred, not because
What's a sacred mean?
it's like very historical and cool. It's not because they don't want anyone else doing it again.
Hi everybody, so here is a real big duck there. Right there, he's walking across the road.
He is called the Colossal Duck, otherwise known as Duckzilla.
Charlie is sitting on a chair, and what's so special about it is made out of spanners.
This is the Reese family brick. It was laid in 2001, but they came at 1964, and this is our family right there. Hope you enjoyed our tour about Little Lake Bort. Back to the studio. stop because they don't want Aborigines making canoes again.
That was quite funny.
I
So,
did a stinky at the end of it.
I know. And I called it Duckzilla.
so that was quite a funny one. Yeah, Ned thought that they put a fence around the scarred tree. Charlie, they put a fence around the scarred tree. It might be sacred, but it's actually called the scar trees. And for those who are watching, there's quite a few of those around, not just Little Lake Port, but right behind the big lake. And but funnily enough, Ned thought the fences around them were so that they couldn't go in and make any more. So it was
I don't think anyone learned how to do the technique.
Now,
Plus we
guys,
have plastic and metal and all those materials, not just that.
so it was nice to have a walk around the lake, and we do that normally every time we go to board, don't we?
Every second day.
Do we?
Yep.
How come you're so much taller, Ned, on the chair? Are you sitting up or is Charlie sitting down, or both?
Charlie's sitting up and I'm sitting down.
Ah, okay. Well, Ned, Charlie, sit up properly. Ned looks like he's about 4 foot taller than you. Okay, so now, guys, for this next segment, I'm going to put up a... Charlie, we can't see you now because you're out of shot. I'm going to put up a new logo that you guys haven't seen for a new segment, and it's called... Wait for it. Here we go. Read My Lips. So in Read My Lips, in this segment, I'm going to lip read a name of a person. Now in this case, it's going to be a name of a person, they're famous people or people that are regular viewers of REESTV JNR. So there's your clues. They're either famous people or regular view, and it's the first one to come in with their buzzer, and in this instance your buzzer is your name.
Ned!
So let's do a practice on the buzzers. Ned's buzzer?
Ned, famous people!
No, you just have to say Ned. And Charlie?
Charlie!
What do they call you at school? What's your
Chili.
nickname? Oh, we've lost a logo in the back. Oh no, there it is. What do they call you at school? Don't you have
Chili.
Chili.
Chezza.
You use Chili because that's probably easier to say. Or do you want to say Charlie? Okay,
Chili.
here we go. Let's not get hung up on the buzzer.
Chili.
So standing by, now get ready. I'm going to do the first lip. So you've got to watch my lips really closely, and viewers at home can play along. So guys, are you ready for Read My Lips?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Get ready,
Watching
contestants.
closely, and I'm probably a little bit out of sync, the sound, so it makes it a little bit harder, but here we go, there's no sound. You ready? And...
Like Bumble. Charlie!
What?
Like Little Lake Board.
No, it's firstly, it's a person, and they're a viewer or a famous person. I'll do it once more, you ready? Watching closely.
Ned!
Yes, Ned?
I forgot what that. Oh yeah. Dan TDM.
No. Sorry guys, Lady Bartlett, just have to apologise because that was for you and they didn't get...
Chili! Chili!
Okay guys, next
You're
one.
gonna say it.
Next one. This
Lady
is an
Bartlett.
easy one, Charlie. This is an easy one. Standing by. Going to... here we go. Yes! Ned got it. Donald Trump. That's one of your old favourites, isn't it?
Another one.
Okay, this is the next one. Okay,
Scott Morrison.
No. How did you know? Ned's already got it. No, here's the next one. And remembering, guys, these are regular viewers of the show. Reminding everyone we're watching Read My Lips. So this is
Donald Trump
for-
watches our show.
No, regular viewers and famous people. Although Donald has been watching it apparently.
Ooh.
He's been bad-mouthing it on Twitter. Okay, you ready? Watch My Lips. Here we go. It's called Read My Lips, and here's the next one. It's okay. You ready?
Yep.
Chili! Master Room!
Yes.
Chili,
Sorry,
why
Charlie,
is that
I didn't get the I was so I didn't get the camera quick enough to get the buzzer. so I'll have to be a bit quicker.
Master Boom! Yeah!
Okay, so, radio, and now, this final one, this is the final one. It's a bit of a tricky one. Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go. Now, technically, they are not a famous person, and technically, oh, they may have watched the show, but okay, you ready? Here we go.
What?
Do you want it again?
Archie!
Well, you didn't do your buzzer.
Chili Archie! Archie!
Right, Ned. So, what was the score there? 2-1.
Yeah, me? 2, 1. No. 1, 2. No,
I think,
2.
guys, unfortunately, we're going to have to call that a draw.
What? I got 2 points! You didn't review it!
Okay.
Yeah! No! I got 2 points! He got 1! No!
Okay, Charlie, we'll call you the winner then.
No, I'm the winner!
Now, guys, just quiet down. I know that it's very, very exciting. Now, the other thing, I just want to check if our viewers, if we've got any comments from our viewers. Yeah, great show, love your work.
Who was
Charlie? Yep, all good.
Maybe 1.
No. Now, here we go. So for the next, let's set up the next story, guys. So while we're in board, yeah,
He's leaving it a bag.
Archie's leaving in a bag. So guys, while we're in board, what else did we do?
We're not in board.
No, while we were in board, what else did we do? So we're setting up the next story. This is like the setup for the next story.
So we did an interview with Grandma.
No, we did keto.
Well, that is worth mentioning. We did do Hap Keto from Grandma's lounge room, didn't we?
Yeah.
We took the laptop and did it.
Charlie was rolling everywhere.
Okay, guys, but anyway, we're getting distracted. So let's set up the next story. So, Charlie, back to you. We visited Grandma at Port District Health, didn't we?
Yep.
And we interviewed her, didn't we? Okay, no spoilers on this one, Charlie. You seem to be a real spoiler
She
alert.
gave us chips at the end, $20.
Well, that's good. Chips and $20 for the interview. That's not too bad.
And she won the chips at bingo.
Sorry?
She won the chips at bingo.
Did she?
And
What else did she tell you about that? She wins. I think you can win chips every time, can't you? Did she say?
yeah!
And she didn't pick salt and vinegar.
Even though that's our favourite.
Oh, okay.
My
That's a good one.
favourite is barbecue.
Okay, guys, now off the chip topic. So now we're going to go to, this is our second interview with Grandma Dot. We did do one on Mother's Day weekend.
And we still got to mention cat food and tits as the main Grandma
Charlie,
thing.
you really love to give away the whole story, don't you? So, okay, guys,
Cat food.
standing by, quiet on the set, and here we go. We're transferring across to it now.
Okay. Hi, we're interviewing Grandma Dot or Dos here. The reason we're through bars is because kids aren't allowed to go to nursing homes, into the hospital. But we're going to be interviewing Grandma with questions. So Ned, first question.
Did you have toilets in the olden days?
Well, yes, we did. And do you want to know what happened about these toilets?
Yes.
Well, they used to be a good way out in the yard. They were never close to the house. And they had a wooden seat with a hole in the middle. And there used to be a big can underneath. And once a week the man would come and he'd take that can away and put a new, fresh one in.
How many cans did he have?
How would he smell
He
the
had
feces?
them on the back of his truck.
Oh.
And we didn't have toilet paper, so we used to cut up pieces of newspaper and tie them with a bit of string and hang them on a nail, so that when we were sitting on the toilet, we just rip off a piece of newspaper. Sometimes we used to use the tissue that they wrapped the bread in. That was a lot softer. We liked that a lot better.
Interesting feces question.
Your turn.
But we didn't have any chains or anything, any buttons to push or anything like that.
Did you have any animals in the olden days?
Oh, well, we always had dogs at our place, always.
Wow.
Yes,
How
we
many
loved
dogs
dogs
did you have?
and my mum loved chickens and chooks and things like. We always had animals.
And cats.
Well, a special cat, and we've talked about that before.
Where did you buy the cat
We won't
food?
mention that again. I think it was interesting about starting school. When I first started school, would have been about 5, I suppose. And I can remember I had a school bag. It was leather and it had little straps on the side. And in it I had a slate,
What's that?
which was a piece of slate with a wooden edge around it. And you had a special little pencil that they called a slate pencil. And that's what I learned to write on. And that's all I had. I didn't have a book. I just had this little slate.
How did you get to school?
Oh, I walked. And I'm going to tell you about that because I had 5 brothers and 2 of them were near my age. And Mum said to them, you know, you're to take Dossie to school. It's her first day. And hold her by her hands and take her nicely off to school. We had to walk quite a distance. Well, when they got out of Mum's sight, when she couldn't see them anymore, they ran off and left me. But I was pretty tough. I managed to get to school by myself. I knew where to go.
Which was your favourite time of day at school? Like, which class was your favourite?
My favourite time at school was when we did drawing and painting and reading. And then in the room that I started off in, there was a stage at one end with a curtain that they used to roll up. And we used to have a concert there every year. Well, one day the nun would walk in and she'd say, now children, we are going to start rehearsals for our concert. And my little heart used to skip a beat because that was my favourite thing, to run, to be able to get up on that stage and sing and dance and whatever. I just loved it.
No, just
Thank you,
for,
Grandma Dot.
Oh, it's a pleasure, anytime.
Thank you, Grandma Dot.
Bye-bye.
And back to the studio.
How did you enjoy interviewing Grandma Dot again?
Good.
Was it better to do it in person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you find out anything that you didn't know about the olden days?
She had a big hand under the toilet.
And then they like to wipe their bums with bread tissue.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether, well, I suppose like when you had the choice was between that and newspaper.
Their bums with bread.
It wasn't very nitty. So guys, we've only got a few more minutes of the show to go. Do we want to mention, do a final call out for our competition at all?
Yes. So, today, wait, isn't the show finished there?
Well, we'll talk about that, but if people send in ideas, what do they get?
You can send in an idea, and if we use your idea, guess what? You win the REESTV Maths! And they are OP for maths.
They're overpowered, he meant.
And so, Charlie, would you call the mouse mats swag?
No.
Charlie?
Mouse aren't swag.
Are they real swag mouse mats? Now, the other thing, well, look what Dad's got wearing, Charlie. I'll show the camera. Look at that. Charlie, I've got a REESTV jacket on. Okay, now, guys, You sort of gave a bit of a hint to that. So Ned, where are you going Tuesday?
I'm going back to school.
Exactly. So it's back to school time for Ned. And Charlie, when are you going back to school?
2 weeks.
Tomorrow.
No, in a couple of weeks' time. So Ned's back on Tuesday, Charlie's back in a couple of weeks after that. So we're going to probably adjust the frequency of this program, Charlie. Charlie, just concentrate. I know Ned's done something to you on live television, which is not always good. So what we're hoping to do for everyone watching, we probably won't do a live show every week now that we're sort of slowly coming out of lockdown, but we will do a show on some basis. Some of them will be live and some of them will record and put up on Facebook or YouTube for people to watch, but we probably will. This will be our last Sunday 4 o'clock one, at least for a while. Until further notice, we'll work out what we're doing. But REESTV Junior is not dead, is it, Charlie? We'll still have stuff to do. Charlie, what's wrong with your finger sore? Okay, so let's just shake it out, and it's nearly 4. We've got 2 minutes to go. So Ned, anything else you'd like to say to our viewers? Do you want to thank everyone who's been watching?
I'm wearing 1,000 socks.
Ned's wearing socks again. Now, we've got a few comments here, guys. We've got a hello from Colette.
Hi, Colette.
Hi, Colette.
Darren Davies from Castlemaine. He loved hearing from Grandma Dot and hearing all the stories.
Where's Castlemaine?
Castlemaine. So it's on the. We go past on the turn off on the way to Bort.
Hey, is it that caravan park? I want to go there.
No, you're thinking of Morong. That's the Morong Caravan Park. And also we've got Misha saying hello, and then she says, oh no. So I don't know if that's in reference to something on the program or she's had a bit of a... Oh no. Oh, well, we're not, Misha, we're not stopping completely. It's just we were having it every week. It sort of ties us down to the house, and now we can actually get out of here. Ned, we're live on the air at the moment. Come on, it's turning into a disaster. Do you want to say happy birthday to Taya? Say
Happy birthday, Taya, for tomorrow. And yeah.
And where does Misha, Taya and so on live?
Canberra.
Yep.
Nick Westacon.
And near what's it called again? Where they make rules.
Misha was Parliament House. Yeah, we got some photos of that. Misha was saying, oh no, because Charlie hurt himself. Well, Misha, it wasn't so much Charlie hurt himself. There was someone who will remain nameless, Ned, who squeezed his fingers and hurt him. So now, do we want to say one goodbye to final goodbye to our friend Archie? No, we'll get. Oh, you want to leave him asleep? Oh, Mum's going to bring him over so people can say one goodbye to Archie.
Archie, Rooney.
Here he comes.
There you go. And I just got a message there. Taya is watching. So just turn him around so he's facing the camera.
Put him down, Charlie. Put him down, please.
There he is. There he is. There's the little fella. And he travelled well to Bort, didn't he, in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't a problem. So, okay, sit down and seat, Ned.
He wants to sleep again.
Does he?
He's sleeping.
I can only just see the top of his head from here. We'll show a shot there. He just looks like a big fur ball on the table. So, okay, guys, do the final sign off till the next time we're back with REESTV Junior.
Bye-bye.
So, say goodbye. Ned can't see your face because you're standing up. We've got to sit down. That's it. Okay, so from me, it's goodbye, and
From Archie, it's bye-bye. From us, it's bye.
and we'll see you next time.
See you later, potato.
Yeah, well,
I said potato, not potato.